After pressing and flattening the wood on both sides, process it to the appropriate size, and use a saw to cut it into small pieces, leaving only one large base. The rest are small templates that are compared for the correct position to draw precise lines. 2 long pieces are marked separately, leaving ears on the wood. Tilt the saw table to process the straight edges of the wood into slanted edges. When pieced together, it forms a circular shape, which is then secured in place. Look at this cut surface, it seems a bit rough. This won't do. Just use a hand push to smooth it out a few times, and it can be handled very accurately. All the wooden boards are done this way. Then, according to the lines drawn on both sides of the template, prepare a small piece of curved newspaper for the base. Use it to process the inside of the head into a concave surface. This effect is just right. It's good to go. Take it off, flip it over, and wrapping the outer surface is even simpler. Just make sure to slightly shift it left and right along the lines, and push it back and forth. Take a look. This can be considered a qualified copper plate. Drill holes in these 2 parts near the ears to facilitate the installation of the handle. After working on it intermittently for a week, all 12 pieces are completed. Mark the positions, set the alignment, and drill the connection holes. Both sides are the same, drill 2 points each. This way, trim some of the scrap material, shave it down, and slightly round it off. Cut off the parts that extend near the drill seam. Shape it into a pointed tip for easy connection, ensuring the 2 pieces fit together seamlessly. This method doesn't require glue for sealing and won't leak. Repeat this process for all 12 pieces, and once assembled, it forms a circle. Then, wrap it with a rope and insert it around, pressing the wood shavings tightly together so that all the boards are closely joined without gaps. Alright, the body of the barrel is like this. Use small pieces of newspaper to smooth out the areas between the planks, and use old chisel paper to fix the lyrical parts of the inner edge of the wooden barrel. The raised part in the middle is for slotting, with an added fiberboard for easier handling. Press tightly against the screen and rotate to create a large groove, which is used to set the copper bottom. Use a saw to cut out the bottom of the barrel, working around the center line of the outer strip. Use a hand plane to process it, ensuring the entire edge is carved to the appropriate thickness. Then, use hardwood to press the edge firmly, as goji berries and water will expand. Okay, this won't leak. Place the copper bottom inside and secure it well. Use a wooden mallet to tap it, ensuring it's in place. Then, lay it out again, and use a bird plane to slowly work on the exterior. Measure and mark the piano. Nail it. Wrap a string around it, come back, and cut it off. The length of the clamp is determined, and the size of each loop is written on the barrel to avoid mixing up the wood. First, peel and glue it to the saw table. Cut it into strips along the wheel line. Set up a pot and pour water to generate steam. Put the wooden strips into the steaming box for 30 minutes to soften them. Once the lid is closed and the time is up, take it out. And now you can twist it freely. The wood won't crack. It looks about right. Use a press to flatten both sides and mark the length and the position of the lock. The plastic taken out should not be processed at both ends into a slope. The thinner it is towards the end, the better. Then process a second slope, leaving a step, and bring both sides towards the center to form the lock head. Remove the legs of the 2 pieces to fit the lock. Drill 2 holes on the other end. Connect something to fix the shape as a lock, and similarly shape it into a slope, leaving a step. The corners on the back also need to be removed to fit the overall shape of the lock head, and it needs to be thinned a bit for easier bending. 3 pieces are done. Just like before, steam it for 30 minutes. Now it's very easy to bend. After bending it from start to finish like this, send it back to the steamer for another round. Bend it while it's hot, and at the same time, twist the angle, insert the lock head into the lock, catch, and slowly retract both ends. And it's done. After cooling and setting, the effect looks simply perfect. Fit all 3 rings in, and by pressing down, the conical barrel can lock itself. A handle with holes at both ends. The ears are bent open and installed. A pin is used to make a line position, and the handmade wooden piece is completed without any adhesive. It contains no technology, only natural wood and pure craftsmanship. The liquid is already filled, and so far there has been no leakage. I wonder how it will hold up over time. After leaving it overnight and checking, there was not a single drop of water leaking.